All right, guys, this is the practice for the quiz, and the first two are actually warm-ups. These go back to the 8.2 section, and this will be on the test. So I thought I would go ahead and do these in a separate video. The 3, 4, and 5 are getting you ready for the quiz, so I will do those separately. So looking at this first one, when I'm going to solve this, notice I'm looking for all the solutions from 0 to 2 pi. We've done everything in this unit 0 to 2 pi. It could go 0 to 4 pi, just saying, okay? So the first thing I'm going to do is I have got a 2 theta here, and I've got just theta. So if I have a double angle, that means I need to take care of this first and get it out of being a double angle. So if I have 2 theta and this is squared, all this means is that I actually have sine of 2 theta times sine of 2 theta. Okay, first of all, that's what that means. Yeah, because I don't want to have 2 thetas anymore. So the 2 theta means 2 sine theta cosine theta times this again. Well, technically, that just means squared. So I took a little bit of a shortcut in this because this is what one of them is. Oh, and then that means I also have to square that term. So what I truly have is 4 sine squared theta cosine squared theta. You know, it's bugging me that I'm not showing you every step. So I'm going to erase this. I'm going to go back and show it to you. So one of these is 2 sine theta cosine theta. The other one is also times 2 sine theta cosine theta. So the 2 times 2 is 4, and then sine squared cosine squared is what you have left. Now, what I haven't done is use this other side at all. I've left it alone for right now. So this is going to follow all the way down equals 4 sine squared theta. And then what I'm going to do is get it over to the other side. I'm going to go ahead and subtract it on the other side. So I have a total of 4 sine squared theta cosine squared theta minus 4 sine squared theta. Now, I want everything equal to 0 so that I can factor these out. Now, if you'll notice what I have in each piece is I have a sine squared theta and a sine squared theta. So, in fact, I have 4 sine squared theta. I'm just going to pull the 4 sine squared theta out. So my common factor, my GCF, is 4 sine squared theta times, okay, if I pull this 4 sine squared theta out, look what I have left but a cosine squared theta. And if I pull out a 4 sine squared theta out of that, if I divide it out, all I have is 1. Please do not make this a 0. It is not 0, okay? I have to have the 1 there. So if I multiply it back through and I redistribute and go backwards, I would have the answer that I had above. Once I get them both equal to 0, then I'm going to have 4 sine theta equals 0 and cosine squared theta minus 1 equals 0, but I'm going to say equals 1. So dividing by 4, 0 divided by 4 is still 0. So where is theta 0? I mean sine 0. Sine, that means I have something comma 0. Well, 1, 0 is the option. Now where is 1, 0? Out 1, up 0. It is over here. And there's also another place, negative 1, 0 is going to be the other 0. So this is going to be at pi I'm sorry, we can put 0 first. 0, pi, and 2 pi if we are including 2 pi. All right, the next one I'm looking at is where is cosine 1? Well, out 1, up 0, that's in the same location. This one's pi. I'm sorry, not pi. It's 0 and 2 pi. But I've already got those. So these are done. I have all 3 of these answers and I'm finished. All right, so looking at this one, I have, let me see, let's get our cosines together. Minus 3 cosine theta minus 3 cosine theta. This one I kind of left out the S. So that gives me 0 equals, I need to change this. This is 2 sine theta cosine theta plus cosine theta. Now I'm going to go back. I'm going to underline this turned into this. Now I have a GCF of a cosine and a cosine. GCF. All right, so I'm going to pull that out. What's underlined in red is what's coming out. What that leaves me is 0 is equal to cosine theta times 2 sine theta. What do you think goes next? You better say plus 1, okay? Now I'm going to let both of these set equal. And 2 sine theta plus 1 equals 0. Here's my 2 sides. That means sine theta is negative 1/2. So let's look and see where this happens. Where cosine is 0, that means the first one's 0. So that's out 0, up 1. This is at pi over 2. Theta is pi over 2. And it's also going to be down here. I get 0 and negative 1. So 3 pi over 2. And for sine to be 1/2, that means the second one is 1/2. Now I know this is not a negative. I get that. But this is square root of 3 over 2, comma 1/2. And it is sine. So this is cosine, sine. But I need where sine is negative. So that's going to be down here. So it's going to be, this is at pi over 6. So this is going to be at 11 pi over 6. And this one's going to be, that would be 7 pi over 6. Okay, so 7 pi over 6 and 11 pi over 6. Boy, 11 and pi together look really weird, don't they? All right, that's 1 and 2, and I'm going to stop this video, and I'll do the next one on a separate video. Okay?